Definitely need to use large fuel packs from now on. Dang it. Well, that's not good. Alright, welcome back to Empyrion Galactic Survival. I'm KnowItAllDM. How's everybody doing today? I'm doing great today. Today, I am about to make an attempt on one of the oxygen stations on Ningues. I've already scouted out the planet, so I figured out which one I want to go after, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to build the railgun rocket, which I've already gone through all the crafting things, so I just have to spawn it in. So we're going to spawn this right here. Now, the railgun rocket is one of my standard ships that I've been using, and I think I've already uploaded it to the workshop, but I'm going to I'm going to probably do a showcase for it tomorrow. Actually, I might do it later today. But in any case, yeah, I'm going to take the railgun rocket down, and we're going to see what we can do. All right, first, before I go, I need to fuel up the railgun rocket and put its ammo inside. Now, I'm only putting the 10 fuel that's going to be needed to run it, but that should be good. Alright. Alright, so I found the drone base while flying around here, so that's another POI that we're going to be taking out, not today, but probably that's going to be the next POI, because I want to explore something new that takes up a little bit more time. But okay, alright, we're coming upon the oxygen station. And those two shots should have just taken out that one turret with just two shots. Now, let's take out this drone. And then turn around and take out the other turrets. Hey. And that should be all the turrets around it. And that's what the railgun rocket is for, taking out the turrets on points of interests. Now, it said there's a troop transport approaching. So I want to wait till that troop transport comes into range and blast it out of the sky. Troop transport should be right there. All right. Hey, you didn't die? How many shots you gonna take, huh? There we go. Troop transport destroyed. Alright, I'm just going to head on back up. I'm not even going to bother looting those because it's getting too close to the drone base. Alright, we're coming back up on the station here. Alright, and stop thrusters. So I should... Oh, wow, that stopped them really quickly. Alright, and let me come back around over here. Alright, and I'm just going to stop it right here. And how much damage did I take? Not a whole lot. What interior systems were damaged? Thrusters and the cockpit. And the railguns. Okay, so just exterior damage. Good, good. So I'm not even going to worry about repairing it right now. The next thing for us to do is to take the dropship down and land near that POI and try to raid it. So I'm going to get a few things ready, and then when I'm ready, I'll be back. Alright, so I've gotten a lot of stuff moved into here. I've got all this stuff is the backup weapons and backup med kits and everything that I might need. Let me make sure. I need to put more fuel in there because I've been moving this thing around a bit. So let me fuel it back up. All right. O2 is okay. All right. I think we are ready to go down. So let's do this on. And I learned that by hitting Alt, you can zoom out and just see things. You can scroll around it without actually rotating, which thank you to several of my followers for informing me of that. So, all right, let's do this. Down to the planet. All right, we are now in the planet's atmosphere. Let's see, I want to go this direction. Okay, so my fuel ran out as I was coming. Alright, that's not what I was hoping for. It looks like I'm going to have to use more fuel than that. So I'm probably, for this station, going to... I'm going to start using the large fuel packs because that seems to be needed for this, because it doesn't even last a minute when I'm moving. So there's the drone base. I want to avoid that. And there is another station that I want to avoid. So let's come over this way. To the station that I want to attack, which is right over there. And I'm out of fuel again. Hopefully my momentum will carry me far enough away from this other POI. Ow. Yeah, definitely need to use large fuel packs from now on. Dang it. Well, that's not good. Ow. Dang it. Alright, so I spawned nearby and am trying to defend this, what I have left of the base. Unfortunately, I never actually saved the base, so what I'm going to have to do, I've got the generator is still here, and I've got these plasma drones that I just took out. Should provide me with at least some materials. I probably should have waited till it was closer so I can actually alright, I'm going to let's see, another one. It's far away though. Alright, I'm going to put all this stuff back in here. I took it because I thought I was going to run with it, but I'm not. What I'm going to do... There's a plasma drone. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to rebuild what I can from this. Fortunately, I've got enough ammo that I can take out all these drones. I might actually be able to take out those turrets as well. Doesn't look like I'm within range to take out the turrets. Okay. So from now on, I'm going to wait till the plasma drones get a little closer so I don't have to get close to that. Alright, let's go ahead and re-add the floor so I don't have to... Okay, now my biggest problem is that I don't have a fuel tank on here anymore, so I can't actually use the constructor. And I don't have... Alright, so here's what I'm going to have to do. Mini pod. To factory. I'm going to have to get stuff into there. Alright. I'm going to have to rebuild this entire thing. Looks like that's going to be it for the attempted raid. But, you know, stuff happens. I'm going to completely take this thing apart. And then I am going to end up rebuilding it back in space. At least I don't think I got it in here. No, I didn't get the orbital drop pod. So I'm going to have to reassemble this. When I get back in space. For now, I'm just trying to get enough stuff to build a mini pod to go back into space. So alright, I got the mini pod spawned, I got the thing taken apart. So let me put some fuel in here. And let's go back to space and reconstruct that drop thing. And this time I'm going to use large fuel packs rather than the pathetic little hydrogen ones. Alright, I'm coming back up on the space station. Alright, and now I've got 2 mini pods over here. Alright. Now, I need first... No. Alright, I don't need any of those. Alright. See, the main reason I built the station in orbit is I don't have to worry about any drones coming to attack me or anything like that. So, alright. Now, one of the main things I'm going to need... See, I made that just out of steel. That was my mistake. I need to make it out of combat steel. So, let me do this. 100 of those. Capital ship starter vessel. I'm going to need an RCS, 4 armored thrusters, 5 of these, I'm gonna need a large generator, fuel tank, oxygen tank, O2 station, medic station. And then once all those get done crafted up, I should be able to make the vessel, at least start the vessel. I've got a few more interior things I need to put in there, but so I'm going to craft this up, and once I get it all crafted up and at least get it where I can start making the vessel, I'll be back. Alright, I've finally got enough stuff that I can start remaking the drop base. But first, I need to get rid of all this. And replace it with combat steel. Now, if I can remember the dimensions of the ship, let me think, because I had it facing, let's see, this was the exit, so I needed like that, and that. See, it was something like this. Okay. But inside I had all right. That was fine, but then I had to do this, that, because the exterior, hold on. Okay. No, wait, that was fine. I needed that there. And then I need one more over here. And one more over here. Like so. And then this to come up like that. Okay. And then this was something like that. Because I had and then like that. I think these dimensions are appropriate. And then here, 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 and over here, I had those like this. And then that, and that was the interior, and then I had one more on top with these as angled like so. Oh, I ran out of combat steel blocks. I need to make more combat steel. So I think I've pretty much got it started back the way it was. So I'm going to go and continue it all off screen, and then I'll be back. All right, so I've got it rebuilt. Apart from, I forgot to do the corners over here, just to make it look all purty. Like, oh, that. That, this, and this. And then I need to put the top corner things in there. But I've got it completely rebuilt out of combat steel. So I shouldn't have to worry about if plasma drones come again. Also, I updated the interior just a bit. Okay. It has a Tier 2 fuel tank over here and a Tier 2 large O2 tank over here. Or Tier 1 large O2. No, it's a Tier 2 fuel tank and a large O2 tank. So now I had that in my inventory already. Now I don't have to worry about running out of fuel, because not only am I using the large fuel packs for this ship, I am now going to be using the Tier 2 fuel tank. So that's something. Additionally, the exterior should be less easily destroyed. And I'm creating more than enough power with that to power the whole thing, even if I'm doing whatever. So I shouldn't have to worry about any of that. Let's go ahead and turn you off because I don't need you right now. So I'm going to go fix this thing back up and put the weapons and stuff back in there. And then we're going to drop down to the planet. All right, I've got the base I've filled with the stuff. I've got extra fuel tanks here, or extra fuel packs there. I've got the fuel tank full, the oxygen tank full. I've got everything replaced in here. These are going to be my storage containers for the other storage stuff. So let's head on down to the planet. And drop. Now, checking the map, I am again over here. So I think I need to go this way. Yep. All right. All right, we are approaching the oxygen station now, just to come down. Right here ought to be good. Whoa. I figured there might have been a drone in the area, but... Alright, let's take you. And... Alright, let's turn off your thrusters. Alright, and it seems I can't get up into the base, so I'm going to have to reposition it. Alright. Doesn't look like there's any other drones in the vicinity. All right. Anything else damaged? I don't think so. All right, let's turn the thrusters back on and reposition this on a more flat... There. On a more flat plane. Like right over here. Ought to be good. And thrusters off. Alright, another one. Another drone incoming. Am I going to have any other drones? Or is that going to be it? Looks like I might actually end up having to put a turret on top of this thing. What? I still can't walk up in it? Oh great, now I got stuck. Well, it looks like I might actually have to re-angle those. It's not enough to build a turret, is it? No, definitely not. Alright, let me do this. I liked having those like they were, but I can't get up into them, so I'm going to have to re-angle them with that. Now that I should be able to get up into. Perfect. All right. I might change that later, but for now I'm going to leave that like that. And you can go in there. All right, so that's going to be it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, hit the like button for me. And if you want to see more Empyrion Galactic Survival, go ahead and subscribe. I'm KnowItAllDM, and as always, y'all have a good day now.